speed in the lane, still getting it.
What's up, YouTube? It's Haterade. I got a UU match this time. It's a team I just kind of threw together. I'm liking it in the UU tier. And as you can see, our team both have an Empoleon and a Zapdos. And, oh, just by the way, shout out to my friend Billy. I'm recording this battle from his room. It's like a cozy little log cabin in here. I'm loving it. Anyway, let's get right on into the battle. I'm going to lead off with the big dog. He's in on his Cobalion. I gotta go for that Flare Blitz, man. I mean, he's probably going to switch out into the Chandelure, but I just had to try. He does go for the Chandelure. It's all good, man. Poseidon can take anything that thing can dish out. Poseidon is, of course, my Empoleon. It's a special wall, and it's got those rocks, which I want to get up early game. So he switches into an Empoleon of his own because there's really nothing I can do to it. He's going to resist Toxic, or he's immune to it. He's going to resist the Scald as well. And I switch in Skrillex, my Zapdos. It's a really offensive Zapdos, as he goes for the Scald and gets the burn, which, you know, it's unfortunate, and it's going to reduce my survivability a bit. I'm going to fire off a T-Bolt, as you do with Zapdos, and he switches into Umbreon, his special wall, which was a good play of his because I'm really getting worn down here. I'm going to go for the Roost because I'm not really that threatened by what Umbreon can do, as I already have a burn on me. He can't really Toxic me or anything of that sort. And he's going to switch out into a Zapdos of his own. Now, maybe he didn't know that I was a more offensive variant, so I win the speed tie, or I just plain outspeed him. But I'm going to hit him with 2 T-Bolts in a row and kill his Zapdos. So that is definitely good for me. So, yeah, that's what's up. He switches in a presumably Scarfed Heracross, and he confirms it here, takes me out with the revenge kill. That is fine by me because honestly Zapdos was on its last legs anyway. Perfect time to switch in Stoner, which is my super bulky Slowbro physical wall. You know, I'm going to fire off a Scald, hoping to burn the Heracross and do some pretty good damage, but he switches into the Umbreon, which, you know, it's going to sponge those hits for days. I'm predicting that Toxic, so I'm going to switch right out into Poseidon, my Empoleon, and I'm going to be immune to that. He goes for a Heal Bell, which it's good to know. He's got that Heal Bell on there, and I'm going to start roaring some stuff around. My main goal is to get a lot of Stealth Rock damage on that Chandelure, which, I mean, it's going to take 25% from every switch in, so that is great. Now, I predict a physical fighting move. I'm going to switch into Stoner, and the close combat barely does anything, man. Slowbro is so bulky, and Cobalion goes for the taunt, which is a good play. I was going to try to T-Wave that thing, so he blocks that. He's going to start setting up with the Swords Dance, but the Scald, I mean, after his weakened defenses from that close combat, it's going to do a ton to him. I don't get the burn, which is unfortunate, and this super effective X-Scissor only does 53%, and, I mean, that is freaking sweet. Like, Stoner is a beast, I'm telling you. So anyway, he's going to switch in his Empoleon, and fearing that Toxic, I'm going to switch, actually go for the T-Wave. Never mind, I think he thought I was going to switch into the Empoleon. So he sets up his own rocks. This turn, I switch into my Empoleon, predicting that Toxic, and he actually goes for the Grass Knot, however. It doesn't do much to me at all because it is a neutral hit. He's going to go for Scald, trying to get that burn, and I'm just going to roar him out. Once again, trying to rack up some stealth damage on, boom, the Chandelure. So that's nice, more stealth rock damage. He's going to switch out to his Empoleon as I go for, I believe, a Scald. I was trying to hit the Chandelure there, and I'm just going to go for a roar as the pair hacks activate, which is definitely nice for me, even though there really wasn't much he could touch me with. He's going to get roared out into his Umbreon, and he's going to switch right back into the Empoleon as I go for Roar, again predicting that. So I'm just definitely shuffling through his team, and boom, the Chandelure gets drawn out again. So this time, he stays in Flamethrowers, which is a better play because I've been going for Roar time and time again, and I just continue to go for Roar. This time Heracross gets brought out, which is pretty good, except that means I'm going to have to switch right back into Stoner, which can check Heracross pretty well. And he goes for close combat, really wanted to take out the Empoleon that has been a pain in his ass this entire game. And the close combat does quite a lot from a Heracross. However, he's going to switch out as I go for the slack off here and get like right back up to 69%. Yeah, that's what's up. Now I'm going to switch into Chia here, my Shaman, as he goes for a Scald. I don't care if I really get burned on Chia because I do have the natural cure and I have rest as well, which I can just go right up to full and then switch out and be woken up. I'm going to go for the Earth Power on the Embryon, get the Spec D drop, which really doesn't matter, as I'm going to fire off that Stab Seed Flare, super powerful grass move. I love that move. The only downside is it only has 5 PP, 8 PP when you do the PP ups, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, Chandelure gets brought out. It's almost dead from the Stealth Rocks at this point, and he goes for Shadow Ball, which finally takes out my Stoner. So that was a good play on his part, and he actually had a Life Orb, so that's what's going to take him out there. He goes into his Empoleon as I go into Haterade, which is my Scarfed Crocodile, and you guys know how much I love the Scarfed Moxie. I get that Moxie boost, +1 attack, and I mean, it's usually just, you know, sweeping from there. So I'm going to take out the Heracross with the Earthquake, and that will be the game. So thanks for watching that UU battle, guys. I'm going to keep uploading more and more as I'm getting more into PO, and yeah, peace out.